and welcome to another video. Today I will be reviewing All the Truth That's in Me by Julie Berry. Now this book is set in colonial America and it follows Judith. Now Judith and her friend disappeared 4 years ago from this little town, and Judith returned 2 years later. Judith returned, 2 years ago, but her friend wasn't. Her friend died. And Judith comes back and her tongue's been cut out. Her captor, the guy who kidnapped her, has taken her tongue out, so she can't speak. And yeah, so when Judith returns to her hometown, she's seen as an outcast and she's seen as a monster because she has no tongue, she can't talk, and she's also not seen as a suitable woman, for marriage and stuff, because of her monster status. But all her life, Judith has been in love with a boy called Lucas, and but he doesn't know it. And when she comes back, Lucas is to marry another woman. So this book is written in second person. It's like Judith is talking to Lucas, and yeah, it uses a lot of yous, like I walked past your house, me and you, you and I, and stuff like that. Like, it's written in second person, so the person reading it, it's like it's written to them. Yes, and it's basically Judith pouring her heart out to Lucas and telling him all the things she can't tell him because she has her tongue cut out. I really did enjoy this book. It's very strange and poetic at the same time. But the thing to note with this book is it is written in second person, but it's very poetic and it doesn't really take away from the overall storyline. It's very haunting as well, this story. And there are a few storylines intertwined in this. So you have the story of Judith coming back with her tongue cut out, her friend's dead. And so in part it's the story of Judith discovering herself and working up the courage and to tell people what happened when she was away and why her tongue's cut out and what this captor did to her, what her kidnapper did to her, and what her kidnapper did to her friend. But obviously she can't say those things, so because her tongue's cut out. So another storyline in this is Judith. At night when her mum and her brother Daryl are asleep. She learns to read. She uses the Bible and she learns to read, so that she can tell people what happened. So. And the other storyline in this is where these people live in colonial America. There's a group that they call the Homelanders, who are coming to attack them. And Judith's secret love, Lucas, has been appointed leader of the group to take on the Homelanders. So that's another storyline, and there's parts in here where Judith she's learning to read so that she can tell people what happened with her captor, but she's also wanting to tell Lucas that no, this isn't a good idea. I don't want you to be appointed leader of the force against the Homelanders. Do you know what I mean? So it's a very powerful and empowering book. And yeah, I mean, I read this really quickly. I read it in I don't know, I started it on Friday and I finished it yesterday, today. I finished it at 3 in the morning. So yeah, it really didn't take me that long to read. And it was very good. And usually I have a problem getting to books that are written in second person, because, they're very dense and the writing style sometimes is a bit, it's not as fluid as I'd like, but the writing style in this, even though it's second person, is brilliant. And like I said, it's really poetic and haunting. and very mysterious. The storyline in general is very mysterious, so that kept me intrigued. Yeah, so this is a very good book. I don't want to say too much else because I will give things away. It's one of those books where you say something that happens at the beginning, and the rest of the story is spoiled because all the spoilers like run into each other. So yeah, that's what I will say about this book. I will leave my review here because, like I say, I don't want to spoil anyone if you haven't read this. But it is a very good book, and I recommend it to everyone. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. The only reason it got a 4 is because at certain times it it dragged on a little bit. I'll explain. So this isn't set out in normal chapters. I mean, this is the format it's written in. If you can see that, you see. So it's set out in book 1, book 2, book 3 in the same book, and they all use Roman numerals, which is fine. But I mean, most of them are 4, 5, 6 sentences long, but there were a few that were like quite a few pages long, which kind of irked me a little bit. That's why I got a 4 out of 5 stars. But like I said, highly entertaining, fast paced for a second person viewpoint, poetic, haunting. It's just a good book. You need to read this. So yes, 4 out of 5 stars for All the Truth That's in Me by Julie Berry. So that is it from me. If you like this video, please like. If you wish, you may subscribe. I did a review for All the Truth That's in Me on my on Toast Pop, so I'll leave the link to that down below in the description box, so you can go check that review out. I basically say what I've just said here, but in a bit more detail. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Goodbye.